Hello there, wrestling fans! Welcome to another episode of the internationally known Dudes Are Ringside podcast. I'm your host, Joe the Panther, the third, and now from the top of Metal Mountain, all covered in snow and icicles, it's the happy heel himself, the Metal Geek.
What's going on, Ringside Crew? What's going on, International? What's going on, everybody? What's going on, Joe? How's it going today?
I'm good, Geekums. Happy Friday. Happy Friday, We have a big weekend for us, Geek,
Yeah.
Starting another trend, as always, as we do every podcast. So any news we need to break before we introduce the guests?
No, I don't have any news.
I got some news. I'll break it now, so people are ready. This Sunday, we start something I just said is our trend. This Sunday is Savage Sundays for Dudes at Ringside podcast. Every Sunday this month, we will interview a wrestler from the UK promotion Savage Pro. We're gonna go Savage on Savage Pro Wrestling on Sundays. This Sunday, we'll be hanging out with the Dark Prince. So at 2:30 p.m. our team, 7:30 p.m. UK, come hang out with us and the Dark Prince. Now,
that's not the only guest we have, Joe, right?
I know.
All right. But you want to introduce the guest, Joe? You want to introduce the guest?
This wrestler, this awesome man is awesome enough to open our invitation for today's podcast and change it to today. This man wrestles for Victory Pro Wrestling. He wrestles from Long Island. He wrestles for, what's the other one? Remarkable Wrestling. Let's give a warm Dudes at Ringside welcome to the big boo-fa Desmond Cole.
What's going on, everyone?
How's it going, dude? Thanks so much.
I like the introduction. I was sick.
Yeah.
Hang out with a lot of loud fraternity.
Future legend Desmond Cole right now, man. He's killing it right now, man. Right? He's killing it,
dude. So, if our internationally known fans are not familiar with you, Desmond, introduce yourself.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I am the Dancing Destroyer, the Killer Kicker, the Fearless Flipper, the Rhythmic Remediation on both the canvas and the dance floor. I am the big boo-fa
man.
I'm for a while now. I was a 10-year competitive breakdancer, hip-hop dancer, turned wrestler, and never turned back since.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
So, Desmond, how'd you get your start in the wrestling business?
All right. So I was really ever since I was 5, 6 years old, I was really into it. I didn't really know how to become a wrestler. I never knew it was a thing. I just always watched it on TV. I loved it so much until one day, I was about, I think I was 19, 18 years old. And I was doing something with my friend. He said, "Hey, I know a buddy who has a wrestling ring." I was like, "Oh, really?" I kind of put it in the back of my mind at that point that, to be a wrestler. So I got to this wrestling ring. I started rolling around in there and stuff. And I was like, damn, this is sick. So I winded up joining a school. And ever since then, I've fallen more and more in love with it. So I wanted this to be my forever. So, yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. We also forgot to introduce him. He's the current interstate champion right now.
Oh, yeah.
So
we usually start off the podcast this way. We always forgot. Desmond, who trained you?
Who trained me? I was trained by Kono Capuccia, Joe Ocasio, and Grim Reaper.
Oh,
Wow.
legendary Grim Reaper. Wow.
Yeah.
Makes
Yes,
me feel
sir.
old. Me and Geek used to watch him in NYWC back in the old days.
Oh,
Like,
really? Yeah,
oh
Yeah.
man.
yeah.
That dude's a killer, man.
He was the
Yeah.
one that would come in and they would have him bleed against that one wrestler. We're gonna have you bleed, but you're gonna win, Reaper.
Yeah, he might not remember me, but the thing was, I would always ask him for an autograph, and the one thing he would always tell me, "Do you have a pen?" He would always tell me that, and then I would ask. He'd look at me, and I'll be like, "Could have got the autograph, man."
I'm always, I was always next to him, like, really, Geek? And I always had the pen, and I was always offered to me. He's like, no, he didn't have a pen, so he not getting an autograph. I'm like,
Oh my God.
yeah.
Good guy though. Good guy.
I would
Yeah,
always
great
offer my
guy.
pen. I'm like, Geek, here,
Yeah.
take it. He's like, nah, he didn't have the pen. You had the pen. You get the autograph. Bye.
Yeah.
This is before the podcast. He would go on my role, even though he was kind of the heel. Yeah.
So
Geek,
so so recently you just won the title in, was it March or April, I believe, or
yeah, it was last March already. Damn, yeah, because
yeah.
we're in 2023.
Yeah. Do you believe that you won the title because you started blowing up because you won the title, or you think it was to have to do, okay, I'm coming back. I'm going to be booked everywhere now.
Well,
Cuz
that was honestly like I never thought that. Like when I was injured and stuff like that, I was very depressed. I was saying that nobody was really gonna remember me, and I was kind of catching a buzz, which like no, even before I got injured, like a couple places knew of me, but not as big as it is now. And I would sit on the couch and I'd be like, damn, like, should I give it up? Stuff like that. Like, I don't know. And then I came back. Um, I had a match. I think my first match back was against Percy Ryan, a lumberjack match at VBW. That happened. The reception from everybody was great. And then after that, yeah, I winded up going against Eric, and Eric's a great dude. Me and him work extremely well together. That turned out that way. But then even after that, like a bunch of companies all around the world was hitting me up, and especially on the East Coast, telling me to do this, and it just raised like my stock, and people started noticing that I was getting in those cars, I was making those drives. They know I care. I wasn't phony about saying that I really do love this. And long story short, it just got me to where I am right now, like just hustling, 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 and trying not to think negative. Now I'm all over New England territory. I'm doing Beyond. I'm doing Limitless. I'm doing Chaotic. I'm doing Creator Pro. I'm doing all this stuff, and I wouldn't change it for anything.
yeah, so yeah, that moment was awesome. I remember seeing that match and saying, I'm so happy for Desmond, man. It's like he deserves it after everything he went through, man, you know?
Yeah, it was rough, and like I could still, like to this day, I thank BBW and I thank Eric, because Eric is somebody who made me like so much better in the ring, and he's a great dude. He really is. He's great individual to have in the locker room, because he's been around for a while. So he has a lot of mileage. He has a lot of knowledge as well. To him.
Yeah. Not only that, you're working also current. I think you're starting a feud with Johnny Collins a little bit, right? Or so the match that happened, I think, at the Rumble, and then you two just continued after that and led into like the next show.
Yeah. Well, he's a clown, so that's first of all. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
You're right.
Second of all, I don't know what the deal is with him at this point. I don't know if it's over. I don't know if it's just begun. All I know is that I tried to win the Rumble this year, so to be Desmond two belts, but
Yeah.
but he kind of like took it in his own hands. So I don't know if I find his little ass somewhere in the back, I'll make sure I handle it there.
Yeah, he cost you that Rumble right there,
He did. He did.
jumping from behind, man, you know?
He could cost me the New York State title, though. He tried against Backman. It didn't work.
No.
Not smart enough. Not
Mhm.
quick enough.
Mm-mm.
You're right. He is a punk. I agree with you.
Yeah.
I'm
But
on your side, Boof. Actually, it's funny. The first time I watched you wrestle, it was last July. I was there with Geek. Wait, wrong way. With damn it, reverse mirror crap.
It was
He's
VPW
over here.
Homecoming.
Oh
Yeah,
no,
this
he's
way.
on this side.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
I
Oh
was with
wait,
him.
you
Yeah,
last year?
yeah.
Homecoming. Right after the pandemic. Right after the
We're
pandemic.
after the
First
pandemic.
Yeah,
showcase.
that was a while ago. That was like VPW's introduction to like my new character.
Yeah, you were
Uh-huh.
wearing the. You actually, you're the person that made your suspenders. She makes a lot of different wrestlers gear.
Yeah, she makes all my stuff.
You want to talk about who made your designed your gear?
Designed it or made it?
Like who made it? I guess made it.
So Lori or No Gimmick Gear, she makes my overalls. The first pair that I ever gotten, which you saw me wear them, and I still wear them frequently. Uh, she did that, like she designed them and did that from scratch. And the second pair she made, which I have to get fixed and stuff because they're being tedious. That was I went through a guy named Bitter Chain. He designed the gear for me, and then I sent it to her, and she made that.
Mm,
Mhm.
they're
Yeah,
cool.
she's great. Yeah, thank you. It's
They're
different.
really cool. I
You
like
gotta
the
be
like
different.
designs and the the way the paint looks like it's dripping on. I was like, oh, that's sick.
Thank you. You gotta be different in this business. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Is it
Yeah.
hard to move around in something like that? That's like suspenders and like that.
Well, that's why I went to a gear maker because when I originally was going through my process during the pandemic of like changing what I wanted to do myself, I um I was like I originally tried to buy real overalls like from a store, and you can't move in those at all. So I try, and then I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna get someone to do it and make them look like they're real overalls, but they don't have stretch to them, and that's like they're completely flexible for me.
Yeah. Yeah. Where did the name the Big Boofa come from, and how did that come? How did you come up with that name?
So, like I said, people attract themselves to weird things in this business. It's very weird name, but you'll say it back when I say it to you because it's like it's my moniker. I during COVID, I was chilling around with my friends. It all started from a joke, which is crazy. I would make that noise. I would say boof boof, like throwing my hands around, maybe like trying to hit my friends. I was just being funny, and they were like, "Yo, like I bet you would never call yourself that." And I was like, "What?" and eventually, I just tried it, like to just see if it would click with people, and usually, I even like the reason why I say "duh" instead of "thes" is because that's how I used to like talk instead of saying "the." I would just say that. So I was like, you know what? Let me just call myself this for a show or two, and let's see if it's so crazy that people are gonna be like, yeah. And it just stuck really well. So I never stopped.
Yeah, I see. I when I watch you in the matches, I see you connect with the crowd so well. It's like kind of like Shawn Michaels kind of connecting with
Ah,
you're the
Jeez.
next you're the next Shawn right now, man.
that's
I'm
awesome. That's awesome hearing. That really means a lot to me for real. You have no idea. I love Shawn Michaels. He's like my top five.
Did we just become best friends, Desmond? Because that's like my homie, Mr. Michaels.
Oh, dude, I guess so because yeah, Shawn
He's
Michaels is my top
I'm the
five.
Shawn Michaels of the podcast. He's the Triple H.
Oh, yeah, all right, good, good. At least you said that. I thought you was gonna say, he's the Genetti. 'Cause that
Oh
would
well,
suck.
Oh no.
we joke about that all the time. He is
Uh-oh.
the Maury Giannetti of the podcast because when he comes out of the curtain, the crowd's Spanish side of me. The crowd goes, "Ay, bendito." He doesn't know what's coming, and then I come through, and all the girls are like, "Yay, yay!" It's like, whose underwear is this? Or he could also be Diesel. Like, you know what happens
Hey, I
there.
mean
The big
that's
tall,
not
the big tall guy right there. So and Joe's
the
the short guy. So I'm always the one watching his back right there.
I'm the talker. But it's funny if the one you're rival with tries to talk smack to me, he doesn't have to look up. We just look eye to eye and yell at each other. And I'll just say I'll be your manager if you have to face him if I'm on Long Island. I could be like, I'll be your manager that night because I can't stand Johnny Collins either. He's a
No.
high pitched talking little child that got lost in Walmart, has an attitude like a 9-year-old that's got the last video game off the shelf.
There you go,
I'm
man.
not
You're
trying.
spitting right now. You're spitting. That is the truth.
Geek's not happy. He gets all huffy puffy about that. He's like the little child that takes it. He's like the Kevin McAllister with the credit card and his dad's wallet, thinking he's tough. But we're like Harry and Marv. We don't get beat up. Yeah.
So, what would you say your favorite match of your career right as of right now is after coming back?
Oh, this is a hard one.
You got a
I
lot of good
really,
ones coming up.
really love the match with Eric. Me and Myron Reed, I love that match very much. Um, I had a match recently at Limitless with Brian Keith. I love that match. I had a match with Charles Mason at Limitless. I love that match. Um, yeah, I also teamed up with my boys out on Beyond for it was Above the Rest and Me versus Miracle Ones, and I love that match too. So there's a lot that happened. I wrestled a lot in 2022, so it's like so hard to like put one together. So I also love the lumberjack match I had with Percy Ryan. That was also
Oh,
fun.
that was a fun one. That was a real fun one. Yeah,
Yeah, that was fun.
that was
Would
fun to watch.
so Desmond, would you be with if they asked you to do a intergender match? Would you be down for that?
Um, it's like a never say no kind of business, but it's not personally. It's like not for me. I don't knock it at all. Like, don't
Mm.
get me wrong. Like, I have fun watching those matches. Me personally, I don't know if I would ever do one, but I can't say I can't. Who knows? You know what I mean? Who knows?
I could see you facing Kathleen LMK.
Little, oh, she's awesome.
I could see you fighting her and have it like. Then she's like, wait, we're having a dance battle now. And I can see her start break dancing in the ring.
No,
And
no, her and Becca will be pretty fun too, because
Oh yeah,
it's like no,
yeah,
we gotta do the dance, all right?
and then
Because
Becca's
she's
like,
because
wait,
she
turn the
because
lights
she's the
off.
pop star. So there you go.
She
that
just
is true.
runs out of the ring, grabs her headset, and she's like, turn the lights off. We're having a dance battle now.
She
And lights start
probably
flickering.
damn
What-
dude.
I
Ideas.
I really like the match you had with Eric, but I also like the Creative Pro TV title match you had.
Oh man, that one too.
That
Were you
was
there for that?
awesome. I was there. I was with Ryan Dust when it was Melville.
Oh damn! So you saw when I like flipped out and hit the
Yeah,
barricade on
yeah,
accident. Yeah, that was an accident.
yeah.
I actually forgot. I don't know how I forgot about that match because I love that match a lot. That was a really fun debut. I'm not gonna lie, and the crowd was great. So that was actually really fun. Thank you for bringing that up because that's another one I really enjoyed. And plus, like Aaron Rourke, like I've been wrestling him all 2022. So that was fun to be in there with him again.
Yeah, you, Bobby, and Aaron, man, you guys were just tearing it up right there. I was,
Oh, yeah, they're all great. Even Mike, man, they're all great.
yeah. Who else was it? I think it was. I believe it was. Crap. It was you, Bobby, Aaron, and I think there was one more.
It
Was
was
it TJ?
no Mike Anthony.
Oh, Mike Anthony. Yeah, that's right. That was a great match though. Yeah.
Yeah, everyone brought something different to the table, and you can tell when it's something like that, and there's a lot of exuberant personalities in one match, and not everybody's the same. It's always fun to watch because it feels like whoever's in charge, it's like you're watching like another episode of a series. So it's like you got me who I'm outlandish, you got Aaron Work who's outlandish, you got Mike who's crazy as shit, and then you have Bobby Orlando. He is a charisma machine. So it's like it's so fun.
Yeah.
So, is there like what wrestler would you say legitimately would be the reason you became a professional wrestler?
Brian Danielson.
Yeah.
That's the reason. The entire build up to WrestleMania 30, when he was doing the Yes movement and even to surpassing that and beating like Batista and Randy Orton in the main event and Triple H all in the same night. That is when I was like, no, that I want to be a professional wrestler. Like that is, I was so into it. Oh, what's up, Papa Dank? What's going
What's
on?
up?
What up?
Let's
What
go.
up, Sassy? Welcome to the chat.
The way the way I put it is Randy Orton is my favorite wrestler of all time. You would never know how I wrestle. So Randy Orton, my favorite wrestler of all time. Bryan Danielson is my inspiration.
Who's like one of your dream matches you would love to face?
Like on the indies right now, or
You can do both.
I'll do both. Independence right now. Speedball Mike Bailey.
Ooh,
That is
Right.
a huge dream match I want. And honestly, how do I really do like Bryan Danielson? Of course, that is that is someone I want to wrestle very badly. If I could resurrect this man, I would love to wrestle Eddie Guerrero. Man,
oh
Oh
man,
man.
that'd
that
be a
is
crazy match.
that is somebody that I wish he was around because that is
Stipulation?
just you know what regular match. Let us
Regular
cook.
match.
Give us 10 minutes, man.
I would
That's
give you
it.
2 out of 3 falls.
That would be sick. That would also be sick. But
Or
that is
Iron Man's, who could make it longest, because Eddie was always crazy with his moves. So
I know. There's a lot of guys. There really is a lot like that. I wish I could grow up around their era, like The Rock. Kurt Angle is a big one of mine that I really wish I got time in the ring with.
Mm-hmm.
There's just so much. Shawn Michaels.
Yeah. You know what would be a fun one on the indies? You and Joey Conway would be fun.
Oh, from NYWC.
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
He catches my eye a lot. He has a very unique look, and I think he's pretty good. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
good on the mic too.
Yeah.
He's great. And he's another one that's killing it right now in the indies right now.
Yeah, he's in my opinion, I feel like he's one of the best ones out of there right now.
Yeah. So
I would like to see you versus Sticky Rods also.
Dickie Rods. Oh man.
He's old school. I'm the geek got me into independent wrestling, so like I learned about the Dickie Rods and like the guy who trained you and people like that, Damien Dragons, people like that. And when
SATs.
the SAT, the Jose and the boys, as I call them,
Yeah.
geek gets on me so much. For saying
How long have you been going to the shows?
What shows? VPW
Like
or in gen?
just around like in general, like Independence.
Independence since 04? Was it 04, Joe? Or
I think
03?
04. I think it's
Damn.
04.
How old are you guys?
I'm 39 years old.
39.
37. Yeah.
37. I'm about to be 25 on Monday.
Yeah.
We just became old schoolers.
Or
No.
old.
No, yeah, you're not old. It's a new era,
Indie,
man.
I mean indie old school. We're like indie old school for all these young wrestlers we're interviewing geek.
Yeah.
That's cool though because you guys are watching even Independence were crazy around then. There was really like no Twitter, so
Yeah, no.
stuff was nuts.
Just hearsay.
Back then it's like you had to go on the message boards. You had to get the VHS tapes or DVDs to find out what was going on. There was no IWTV. There was no Title Match Network. There was none of that back then.
There was something with NYWC back in the day, and me and Geek tried to get into the cool club with NYWC so bad. There was a group called the here we go. This is going to show my age. There was a group called the NYWC Street Team. There was this girl and all her friends, and
There
me.
still is a street team. There's still a street team.
I don't know if it's the same people.
They still hand out flyers, right?
And they were just hanging around. They get to the shows. They would come. Me and Geek were trying. I tried to make friends with the girl. She was a snob. She was so rude. I was like, friends, and they were like, "Gotta go, guys." And I'm like, but I want to become like you. But now it's opposite. We do a podcast. Now we have this. So we're technical geek. We don't need to join their team. We're team dudes at ringside. We have our own way into the indies.
What's your guys like next plan? Like what do you plan on going next?
What do you mean?
Like show wise?
Show wise, I want to go to Remarkables next.
You should go.
That's what I want to go.
Saturday.
January 14th, right?
Yeah, you really should go to that. It's gonna be a good one.
Yeah, Desmond's gonna be there,
I'm
right?
I'm from PA.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm from Pennsylvania, so I go to my where I live in the Poconos.
Oh, it's
They used to
beautiful.
do shows. They used to do shows here, but like something happened at one of the gym, the high school, and they properly. I told us the geek. He always laughs. They put the mat down and they put the ring on it. They didn't do it properly, and it
Oh
scratched the
man.
gym floor,
Mhm.
so they got
Mhm.
banned. And I'm like, now I gotta go to Jersey. See wrestling. Have you ever heard of ISPW?
um, I've heard of them. I
I'll
haven't been there.
I'll send you their Instagram at the end of the podcast. They're pretty good. They get a lot of older wrestlers, but their roster is kind of like the ones that people know of. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, it's a pretty good roster.
Cool. Yeah. Well, I'll check it out. Definitely.
A few titles you could win there.
Oh no, I got my eyes set on something else, so we'll see. We'll
Ah,
see what happens.
Yeah.
Can't
Yeah.
speak too much.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. So like also you also have a matchup with Alec Price also if you want to talk a little bit about that also.
Yeah,
That's
well,
gonna be
it's gonna be
awesome.
crazy. It's gonna be crazy. I have I got a match with him at Limitless in 2 weeks, and that's something that has been brewing for a long time over there. And the fans are definitely in for a treat, and they've been waiting for us to pop off for months now. So this is going to be a big payoff for them, a big test for me, and reassurance for me that like you know, I'm confident enough to say I can hang with all of them. So
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
can't wait. I really can't wait.
Mm.
Yeah. You and Alec Price. He was on our podcast. He's
Oh, he's a great
yeah,
dude.
great dude, man. Great dude. Don't tell him I
I mean, I
said
don't know
that.
about anymore. I don't know if he's a great dude anymore, but maybe he was then. Maybe he was then. I mean, we don't really get along that much now.
Yeah.
So
So yeah.
if you here we go, make this the clip. If you have anything to say to him, the stage is yours.
I don't need to say anything. He knows everything. I've said it over and over again. I've said it on podcasts. Like I've said it on even like audio podcasts. I've talked to Limitless about it. They know my deal. They know he knows my deal. He knows everything I've said online. He knows he's just been hiding ever since we've gotten our altercation. He has not been back at Limitless. Ever since he's lost his Limitless World Championship, has not been back at Limitless. But hey, I've been holding it down. I've been building the structure back up. So if he's offended by that, if he wants to try and take this house back, he can. But I got the keys. That's all I gotta say.
That's a big match right there. You and Alec
And
Price,
you're
man.
from New York, and he's from Boston, so it's like the New York versus Boston rivalry. The New York guy has the keys, Boston. Oh, that's who you should hit him up with. Be like, hey, Boston, I got the keys. Typical Boston. They can't never take the keys out of the New York's hands.
um, but like I say, I got time for like two more questions and stuff.
Cool.
All
Sorry,
right.
All right. That's all right. What else you got, Joe?
Is there anybody anywhere else in like the country or the world you would like to travel to?
yeah. I'd love to go to Mexico, Japan, and Canada. Those are
Yeah.
my honestly, and the UK. I know it's a lot I just named off, but the
Yeah.
UK is actually a really big one. I wanna go over there.
Yeah. That's me and Joe's dream to do a podcast in the UK one day.
Oh,
Yeah.
I
Our
go
fans are
there.
so confused.
Go there.
They
Go there. Go there. Do a podcast.
Well,
Yeah.
we are talking to a promotion from the UK. I'll send you them too. They're really cool. They're called Savage Pro Wrestling.
I know them.
You there?
Yeah, they're pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're from the UK, right? The South.
Yeah.
They're cool guys. So if you know. So, but So anyway, do you have any social medias or
Oh yeah, of course.
that people can find you?
On Twitter, it's the real DC. It's THAREALDC underscore.
Hmm.
Uh, on Instagram, I'm the official underscore Desmond underscore Cole, and on Facebook, I'm Desmond Cole.
Yeah. So I know we touched on it a little bit, but I do you have any upcoming shows or
Yeah, I do. So next week, I'm at Remarkable next weekend on Saturday, January 14th. Then the weekend after that, I'll be at Limitless taking on Alec Price. I'm working on something right now the weekend after that one, so we will stay tuned for that. I'll let you guys know. February 18th, I'll be making my debut in Ohio at Unsanctioned Pro against Braden Lee. What else we got? A lot of stuff. VPW, February 11th, I'll be there as well. Probably a lot more. I'm trying to think. It's a lot.
Yeah.
But once I get all of them, I'll start listing them down on my social medias, and you know where to find me. So yeah.
All right. Yeah. Desmond, we want to thank you so much for coming to the podcast and taking the time
Oh, sorry.
out. Dude.
Sorry. I was getting busy and stuff like that. I'm very sorry about that, but I'm very
Dude.
happy. I'm very happy to be here and talk to you guys. It was like,
and
appreciate
it's
the
good
compliments.
to hear you're busy, because if
Yeah.
the indie wrestlers are not busy, we ain't got nobody to talk to.
Yeah, I think we were
Yeah.
supposed. Yeah, I think we were supposed to have you last year too, and then stuff happened. You know.
Oh, I probably got injured.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
So
I was
yeah.
injured.
So yeah. So.
Well, it's
yeah,
better.
but-
It's better that we had it now. Everything happens for a reason. I had more stories to tell now.
Yes.
and now you have the title, and now you have the title too. So we could have talked about that too.
And I don't plan on dropping it anytime soon. So
No. No.
Not on our watch.
Nope.
Thank you so much for coming on the podcast. I'm Joe Panther III.
I'm the Metal Geek.
And I'm the big boofer, Desmond Cole.
And we will catch you in the next one.